Hello winners and welcome to this weekly Forex forecast for USD, US oil, gold, euro, pound, yen, whatever you want us to discuss and talk about. For this week we are really seeing a lot of fundamental thing happening on US oil. There has been some developments since I made my YouTube video yesterday, so we will go through that. Then if you have any questions, any pairs you want me to cover, please leave them in the chat and I will go through. Hi Sammy and hi Betty, you're waiting well. Here we are. Awesome. And also, I want to say that after this video, I will mention it a couple of times, but after this video, I want you to comment your takeaways. Because that's how I do it. I watch a lot of YouTube videos myself. I leave comments so I can go back in my own history, read through what was the takeaway from this video, so I don't need to rewatch it, because I guess this won't be long. So it's just a way to make it more easy for you, but also I get feedback. I can see what you have learned and what I need to improve on. So I really want to give you value, and I think that's awesome. Then I want to introduce myself. Well, not first. First we have to go through this video. We're going to go through entries, targets, stop losses, and all of the questions that you are going to give me between heaven and earth, I guess. So anything that you're wondering about, I guess there's always somebody else who's wondering about the same thing. So please give it a try, and I will try to answer it as best as possible. And yeah, awesome, I guess. My name is Ewinningstrategy, forex trader, economist, and mentor. I have a mentorship too, if you need help. If you want to become a successful forex trader quicker, that's the way. But if you want to do it on your own, it might take a longer time, but fine. That is totally plausible. Then I have a Discord channel, which you can, in the description below, you can enter, and you can enter it, and I will try to help you. That was the point. I want to help you. So if you want my help, go through the Discord channel and contact me there. Then, forex trading is risky and not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Stays risk small, don't risk a lot of money, because it can be gone like that. And then be humble. You might be wrong. That's okay. We all make mistakes. Sammy says, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I have quite a lot of requests today, and I don't know where we want to go. So if you have any pairs you want me to start with, I would love that. But I have Euro USD, all the USD pairs, I have Euro pairs, I have Yen pairs, I have gold, oil, I have silver, I have pounds. So I guess the table is open to you. It's definitely up to you, and we'll go with the flow, and I will keep myself to one pair at a time. I think that would be a better idea. Okay, awesome. So we can start with, should we start with US oil maybe? Where is US oil today? Okay, here it is. US oil, well, there's a couple of things. The hopes for this deal that was hoping would happen, the rise of 700 units or whatever it is, pips or whatever, of oil is hope. Okay, it's hope. That hope was crushed. There is no meeting because Russia and Saudi Arabia started to discuss who was to be blamed for the low oil price, and then fireworks. So there is no meeting as far as now, right now, today. And what happens then? Then at least we're going back to this price of 20. Then we have to think of what did Trump say? Trump said we're going to put tariffs on Russian and Saudi Arabian oil. That means there will be an added thing to the equation where if you put on tax, there will be less demand for Saudi Arabian oil and Russian oil, but also, I guess, also UK oil, which is then Brent. And if there is then less demand for VTI, because it's more expensive, this one might fall even further. Are we again seeing 15, or are we again seeing 10, or what is the price? I don't know. So I'm just going to say the cards are open. Okay? Right now we have added risk, we have added fundamentals, we have potentially a gap, and I definitely believe there will be a gap. How much? I don't know. But I'm looking into $15. Okay? Then we just have to wait and see. And for me, this became like a turnoff now. I can't say that this is a good trade for you at all. And this webinar does not contain any investment advice anyways. Hello, Sai. Welcome. So US oil is for now. We have to wait and see. There will be a gap. Maybe the same with the gap as last time. It will rise a bit before falling again. Okay, fine. But that also means USD CAD. Are we challenging 146 this week? It just turned around. Dollar is already strong. CAD just became weak. And we are definitely going up. So any pullback is of preferred, and 144 might be the target, but also it's even more likely now than 150, which is the enormous target for this month, is more likely now than it's ever been because of this war just escalated. Masen says, hello, sir. What do you think about gold? Okay, so I just want to say that first weekly target is 44. I don't think the 144 is really realistic. I think we're going higher. Then we have the challenge of 146. I think that's also going to be challenged. And it's just, yeah, okay, fine. Whatever happens next, I guess. Sammy says CAD might get weaker. In my book, it is 99% likely. I have 1% that it doesn't, but then my calculations are wrong. But 99% is going to weaken and open by, what do you call it? A gap. So USD CAD is definitely on the way up. Gold has been requested by Mazen. I guess it is right. What about gold? Well, what do you want to see? So when USD has been strong, this one has fallen. When USD has been weakened, this has risen. When USD has been strong, this has fallen. So what do we do? What do we do with the drunken sailor? What do we do with the drunken sailor? Because this is upside down like a boat in high waves. I definitely think we have a downside potential until we break 1640. That view might also be strengthened today because of all this crash. No, all this nonsense by those three states. But how do I know? Well, gold is strong and should strengthen. USD should strengthen. So I don't know. It depends just who is the most weakest of the strongest. I think that's kind of how I want to put it. BHDR CKRs. Okay. Body R. You guys have some funny nicknames sometimes. Hi, Ben. Good work all the time. Thank you. Amazing. Euro USD is waiting. So we just do USD then now. Okay, fine. We can do that. So gold for me is falling. Potentially down to 1560. Potentially down to 1540. If it goes higher than 1640, it is done. And now I have been questionized and said that, Ivan, you don't give any entries. Well, I don't know the entry of this one. This one is very difficult for me to say, and I can only say you have to give better stop losses. Okay, so stop loss should be above 1640. Okay, very specific, above here, given that you have gotten an entry. How do you get an entry? I don't know at the moment, because I need to see which price action does it. If it closes up here, I will be like, oh yeah, I don't know. But what if it drops down here then? What do you do then? Well, if it drops, you wait for it to pull back again, then you take it down. Okay? I guess that's how Bahadir. Fine. Thank you. Welcome. I don't know you're in my chat, so you're not a new guy, are you? I want to ask you, how do you find sell prices and buy prices target? Okay, let's go there. This, people, is the sell price. It says sell price for April. That means this is a monthly sell price. This is a monthly buy price. How do you get it? It's pivot points. Pivot points. How do you get pivot points? Pivot points is available and underlined in Google, so I'm not going to tell you how to find it because it's a Google search away. Pivot points. And then I use it for MT4 and I download it to my computer and move it into my folders in my MT4 and ta-da! There you got them. And then you have to add them and tweak them into your computer. And I want you to do it yourself because as a trader you should be doing the most of the work yourself, I must presume. Or you can join the mentorship course and I will happily help you in forever and ever, because pivot points is not taught and mastered within a second. It needs again and 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 again reassurance that what you're doing, you're actually understanding what is happening. Also, this monthly sell price and these monthly buy prices are where price is likely to bounce. Okay, see? It's likely to hit it. This is a sell price for last month. It went quite well. This is the buy price. Oh, it went up. This is the buy price. It went up. Ooh, this is the, I can't remember. This is at least some kind of buy price, and it kind of went up. So, and this is a target. So it went to the target. Amazing. It went beyond the target. That's not my problem. And then we have for the week, we have the buy area, which is the green one, up to buy target. Here we have the sell area, which is the pink one, down to the green one. And this is for this upcoming week. Okay, sounds awesome. So we have monthly trade and we have monthly trade. It all depends, what are you, buyer or seller? Choose one team. If price ever comes up here, and I don't believe it ever does, you're allowed to sell or looking for sell, like here, like here. That never happened. Okay, like, oh yeah, that's a good one. Like this one. This is 31st of January. Look at that. No, 31st of December, sorry. Look at that, and after that, gone. All right, now I'm done drawing. And I was also told that I'm drawing too much. So all my apologies in advance for all these messy charts, because I need to clean up my charts. So I do apologize. Guys, thank you for liking and commenting on my video from yesterday. Truly honest. And then I was criticized as well. So I'm trying to adapt to this new world. So I was told that I need to get a better entry price, so that's your reason. 60, 60, 60, 60. That's your entry. Your stop loss should be above previous high, I guess, maybe up here. So 62, that's a bit too much, but that's how the market is right now. So 100 pips, 100 pips is 60, 60, that is 60, 60, 60, 61, 60-ish, up here then. Okay, even though this webinar does not contain any investment advice and should not be considered to be so, here we are. So entry, stop loss, target is, yeah, where's the target? Target is 56.81. Now, for all those who has complained to me that I haven't been very straightforward, here we have a plan. Go for it. Bandir USD, please. Thanks, Evan. Hope so. Yes, it is. Thanks for pivots. You're welcome. So for me, I use pivot points as an indicator, but I use price action. That's what you need. Okay. And I know there's a lot of asking and blaming about indicators. While I use them as targets and future support and resistance, which is also I can find where do I think next resistance might be or support me. I would definitely think down here. It's nothing else, it's just that it's highlighted for you in a very straightforward manner. I can do without them. And if price ever goes up to here, well, that sounds like the sell price for the month. Okay. And then where should the target be? Well, okay, 70, fine. Is there any resistance at 70? Well, yeah, that's where we started the whole thing, after all. Hi, son, Sebastian. Welcome. I missed you. You haven't been around so much. So, yeah, thank you. So, any pullback, which was one down back to 60, sell it down to 56, take profit, leave it, and have a nice weekend or Easter. If it does go to the wolves, take stop loss at 61.60. Okay, are we happy now? Good. I don't know where people like. I even never say any stop losses, even though I say every single time 100 pip stop loss, 100 pip stop loss. And if you can't know how to do 100 pip, I can do it for you. Okay, here we have a price tool, which is found. Oh, where is it now? It's found here. Where it is. So here it's found price range. Click it. Click where you want to start. Here we have it. Go up to 100 where it says 106. That's where your stop loss should be. Awesome. And then I have plan A and plan B. So plan A is at 109. Plan B is at 109.70. Stop loss SL 100 pips. I guess we all can understand that. 100 pips. And target should be at 106. Any thumbs up on that? Any, what do you call it? Any likes on that one? So here we have a plan. Okay, let me draw it. But also, mark also my words, people. I don't want it to go above 109.1. Like that's the line of the sand. I would then close my positions if so happens, and it can just go straight down, as if last time it went down so much. I'm more likely for this to happen. So I'm not so enthusiastic about. Well, also the impulse down was stronger last time. Now we have more teeny weeny sling bikini kind of a smaller moves down, but still moving down. We're down, I don't know, 300 pips or whatever. So yeah, and as a buyer, you are below, so you would you would hope for something down here as a buyer, okay? Some kind of double bottom, some kind of reversal pattern like here. And if it ever goes above 108.40, then you can look for a buy. But you are definitely going into strong resistance at 109. Okay, are we clear? Clear! What's the next pair, people? I'm having fun. And we are a lot of people. I've never been so many people have won on the live. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. New record. Pound. What are we doing here? Okay, back to very clear trade plans. This is where you're likely to find an entry. This is where you should find your stop loss. And this is where you find your target. Well, that might be far-fetched because that's a lot of pips. But still, they did it in the last week, so we can do it again this week. This can also jump ahead of you and just say, gone, down, and down, fine. And okay, yeah, sure. Drawings. Then, as a buyer, I would like, okay, I would definitely feel like, where is it? There. That would be a very good area to start looking for entry that is around 119. Okay, around here you can look for something like this. Okay, you're good. Yeah, good. But after that, we are looking for sells. I'm looking for sells. You're looking for sells. We're looking for sells. Down to 14.80. DAX, can you explain DAX 30? Sammy says Euro Yen, please. Thanks, Ivan. Can you do Euro Aussie? Oscar Leon, I literally did. Oh no, did I do that? Aussie USD like 2 minutes ago, but I can do it very quickly. I look for entries around 60.60. I have take profit at 56.80 and stop losses at 61.60. And we are in downtrend. We're looking for sells. I need a like on that one, Oscar. That was the fastest thing I've ever done. Efficient. I'm not German, but I love a German efficiency. Right, Sebastian? You know, that's Minecraft. Anyways, what are we supposed to do? Euro, Yen? Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to go through. I've done all the USD pairs now, have I? I'm not done New Zealand. I've not done USD Swiss, and I've not done USD Yen. Anyone who's up for that? Oscar says thank you. Clap for that one. Okay, amazing. Because I'm still want to do USD pairs and then I'm done with it. Can we agree on that? And apparently I've forgotten to do New Zealand dollar. Well, same thing here. Some kind of pullback. Nah. I'm actually just going to. Ivan, stop it. Okay, remove. Okay, good. Some kind of pullback back to 59. 59.50 is too high, so 59. Take it down to 55.60. Stop loss is above 59.80. That's how easy to make a trade plan, people. Do I think this is bullish? Not at all. Can this be a bullish move? Potentially. Like down here. Yeah, I can see that happening. But then you need to close above 59.80 for that to happen. Good, Sebastian. So good. Yeah, full. Is that how you say it? Full. With an F, right? My German classes are long gone. USD Swissy. Anyone guessing? Anyone guessing it? Are you guessing it? What is the entry price? Entry price und USD Swiss. Any entry price? We have entry price und eine schöne Preise. Ah, nein, Nine Sieg. Anyways, yeah. So we are definitely looking for small pullback here. Back to this resistance here, turning support. If it ever does that, if it just does doop, then we're looking at least up to 1 again. 101. We have been here before, so 1 isn't. When 1 would be, people, 1 would be is a very round number, so that's a very strong resistance. That should be at least. Anything very round, central banks loves it. TJ says S&P down. We will take it, okay? I'm just finishing up on use this ways. So I'm looking for it to go up. Target is 99.26 and eventually up to 1.011. Okay, good. Stop loss. Eine stop loss below here. Stop loss below 95.90. Okay, good. So you asked about S&P. Okay, I'm just going to do SPY S&P. Where is it? Index. S&P DAX is no, it's not S&P 500 SPX. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is definitely bearish, people. This is definitely bearish. Okay. From a macro point, USD yen, USD Swiss follow the same path. But for some very reason, USD Swissy is very weak. I think from a macro, Leon, Oscar, sorry, from a macro, is that Swissy is in Europe. Euro. So since Swiss and the main trading partner is Euro in Europe, and Euro is falling like a ton of bricks, I think that's why they're weakened, as in they're not as strong as they should be, because their main market is kind of slowly dying away. And if Europe really falls, Swiss should then fall. But it is not a reverse currency, reserve currency, but it tends to be bought, but not as much as USD. USD is like the, what do you call it, the god of all reserve items that you can hold. And then I think it's like, as far as I have looked into it, it looks to me like USD is like the strongest. Then we have yen, and then we have CHF. 1, 2, 3. That's what I feel like. How the strength. So really, the best thing is to play the USD pairs more than yens and Swiss, but they all are strong relatively to the whole other spectrum, which is Aussie, New Zealand, Euro. Euro is really bad at the moment. And then pound is actually quite strong, which is quite interesting. But I guess the strength in pound is just a temporary thing until it fall, like USD did, like the carry trade, this one that got killed. So a lot of the money that was bought in USD was now taken away. So they sold USD to get their money back. That's why Euro USD like skyrocketed for what is a week or 2 weeks, then starts falling, and now it made a new low. So yeah, I think that's what happens. Going to pound eventually will go down. Coca-Cola is my life, by the way. I don't drink Coca-Cola. This is like the first time in since last time I was in a restaurant. That was a long time ago. But still, look at my face. I could be like a Coca-Cola front page boy. This is my first time watching you live, and you're amazing. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mazen. Please leave the review after this video. Okay, Sebastian got into German. I don't understand that. Everything against USD. I've been oil for Morgan. USD JPY was considered funding currencies, although USD is the only one considering reserve currency. Yeah, also, yeah, and then gold is also being held and bought by states and central banks. So the gold USD pair, what do you call it, cross, is very difficult for me at the moment. Fundamentally, that's why I'm struggling, because I'm very, very straightforward with you with USD other related pairs. Gold is like, I don't know, because both of them are strong. So it's just who is the weakest one. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome. I have seen it, Bahrain. I'm trying to get to it. So that was S&P, and then we want to go to DAX. Who's DAX? DAX index. The German DAX. We have definitely, I've been here before apparently. So we have this down move here und eine little up move. What do you think about my German, what do you call it? German, yeah, so we don't have a strong pullback at the moment. Maybe it would have been up to 50 before falling, but I definitely see this going down because of euro falling. So I don't see any reasons for this to rise, by the way, people. And this consolidation really makes it, that's not the way to go. If it was strong, if the DAX was strong, it should have just continued without doing this consolidation here for a couple of days or whatever it is. So for me, that is really, yeah, 5 days of consolidation. That was really weak in my eyes, okay? In a downtrend, trying to go up, 5 days of, okay, I don't know DAX, but for me, that's like, you're trying to go higher and you can't go higher in a downtrend. That means sellers are strong. DAX is down, DAX is going down. Yeah, okay, I'm stopping that. I've done gold and somebody wanted me to do silver, so I can do silver for you. Apparently, I forgot to do that too. But we are going down, we are pulling back, we are considering. Oh, I've never seen this one before, have I? So for me, this is like, okay. Actually, it would have actually been a good trade to sell from this area here, by the way, people. So from 16 to sell it down, that would be quite an amazing trade. So we will look for a small up move here on silver. But it's against the dollar, so the dollar is strong. So we barely moved last week. So what do you want to do? Or we see, if we see a break of 13 and a half, what is it? 13 and a half? Yeah, 1378. Okay, fine. So a break below here, we're bearish. If not, we're bullish until we turn up to this area here of 16. Then we can take it down again. DAX just follows by. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Awesome. We're good. Then I want, are we done with USD now? And I believe some strength will happen this week as well because of this tariffs he wants to put, this Trump. Well, in the beginning of Trump, before he became president and everything, I was like, this guy is a smart dude. He knows everything he knows everything. Whatever he does is well planned through. Like he's speaking to his people politically, to who he wants to vote for him, and he won the election because of that. He spoke to his audience. He really finding who his audience is, what do they want, what do they want to see. God, awesome. Now he's just messing up my head because he's putting tariffs. He wants to put tariffs on Europe, by the way, as well. That's not good. So you as Aussie Yan is definitely one of those who is going to revisit 61 in my eyes. Okay? So 61 is really where I wanted to go. If it comes back up to 66, I'm willing to sell it. If it makes a new low pullback, I'm going to selling at 64. And then in between, I don't know. And that's a target. Stop losses above whatever previous high, above 65.60 or above 66, depending on the entry, above 65 if I enter 64. So this one. So if I enter here, I will have stop loss up here. If I enter here, I would have stop loss above here. Okay? So always be above a level. And then if it just goes, okay, I didn't see that one coming, but yeah. Yeah. What else? What about pound USD? I just did it. So Blogger Planet, please go back in this video. There is in this video. Duncan Melly, but I need a fundamental point view because of tomorrow's OPEC meeting. Sebastian, that open meeting is off. As far as I know, as far as I've seen, it's... They didn't want to. They started complaining about who was the reason or fault for the oil collapse. So there is no meeting, as far as I know. Are you expecting dollar weakness in the next couple of weeks due to the current conditions in the US economy? Oscar, if it goes worse, dollar strengthening. That's what we have seen now. When worse happens, dollar strength happens. Now, what I'm expecting at some point in my life between now and death is that all this stimulus, all this money, trillions has been pushed into the market, will weaken the dollar eventually. I just don't know when. Is it now? Is it a month from now? Because right now, as far as I see, at least the economy of America is going into some worse times now. Especially when Trump says for the next 2 weeks we really have to prepare for the worst. That was never happening. 23rd of February, he said, what did he say? Like something around like it's just going to pass. Everything's okay. It's a China virus. We're good. Now we're like, have to prepare for the virus. You know, is it going to be tough times? I'm going through the yens now, Oscar. So no, Sammy, sorry. So that's Aussie yen. But can anyone tell me where there was supposed to interest rate meeting on Tuesday? Is it Aussie? If there was an interest rate meeting on Aussie on Tuesday, that might change this perception more to the downside. Then, but if it's surprisingly terrible, it will fall. But if it's a lot of stimulus, this might rise. So that's at a risk. But I'm looking patiently downwards, and then the market can prove me wrong. CAD is definitely going to challenge these lows here. And I don't know, can't remember what it was, how low we were going to go. Where is it? Oh, I haven't done it. Well, where are you? Okay, I have to do monthly then. But we are definitely going further down. And whatever pullback CAD gives, it's a reason to sell. Coronavirus won't weaken USD. No. Okay, let me do a small here. Okay, so let's do a small. So coronavirus. Where are we? Coronavirus. I'm just going to say what I'm observing. This is when coronavirus starts to happen in China. Okay, and as we go into January, and I can't remember when it was, maybe like mid-January, they were having national crisis and they were closing. As you can see from China getting the coronavirus outbreak in Wuhan, dollar strengthening. The reason why this one rise to the sky is because they now see that since we're now falling, the Fed needs to start cutting interest rates. When they cut interest rates, the difference between the euro and the dollar, which was like around 2%, which is a good return, right? 2% is good when you have $1 billion, right? When they start cutting, then that what you're given 2% for your money is no longer 2% for your money. And eventually it went all the way down to what is now 0. So it was 1.75 or whatever it was before. So you just lost all your income. So you took your money away from where you have getting income from it. Take it back to Europe. So you need to sell the dollar, buy the euro. That's why it rose like a rocket. And when that is over, when people are done taking back their money, now it falls. Okay? But also, are we higher? Another knowledge is, are we higher or lower than the start of the coronavirus? We are definitely lower by 3,300, 400 pips. So we are down 400 pips since January. There has been a lot of up and down since then, but we're then generally down. So my simple view is, just by looking at this chart, it strengthened the dollars. And when all this stimulus now gets into the economy, it gets into, well, the belief that we're going to be well off with this virus is done, it's over, there is a vaccine, this one is going to go up again. But for now, until we're still not seeing any improvements, we are going to fall. That's my view by looking at the charts in front of me. And if in any other financial journals would say something different, I don't know. But what I'm looking at right now, that's what it is. And I also have a master's degree in economics, also with macro economics. Well, this is what is special with the USD. With a euro cutting interest rates, it will fall. Dollar strengthens. Euro falls if they cut interest rates. Euro strengthens if they increase their interest rates. Same with CAD. They fall if they cut, rise, which is the normal thing that you're taught, and I'm teaching you. Do you have anything on USD SAR? What do you think about going to continue up? I think USD SAR is going to continue up. I always sell USD SAR, so now it's off the table. I haven't really thought of it of a couple of weeks. Nobody's asked about it, but USD SAR is definitely going up. Any pullbacks is good to buy. Very clear, very valuable. Thanks a lot, Sami. Awesome. Can I go back to yen now? And we are still running. Awesome. And if you know, okay, so this fundamental, go back on this video and really listen to what I said again, or just go to your charts. What has happened between now and January 1st, which when everything was going wrong. This is the same. Where is it? Here. Are we higher or lower than 1st of January? We're definitely lower than 1st of January. So this is definitely weakening CAD and strengthening yen with this crisis. Yeah, so entry, anything as a pullback, 76 maybe, yeah, good. It looks to me bullish, but I think this is going to be bearish. Like the close is bullish, but we're definitely falling. So 76, I don't know. If it makes a new low below 75, we're going to look into entering there again. Okay. And target, I have to give that to your Discord. I'm not sure right now how far we're going, but if we're going down to 72, I bet it. Cash rate. Thank you, Molly. So there's a cash rate decision on Tuesday at 5 a.m. GMT +1. That's when I'm sleeping. Maybe I should be awake for that one. Okay, 5 a.m. it is. So that's interesting, by the way. How much stimulus are they putting into Aussie? Euro yen finally getting to it. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Getting all carried away with all these questions. That is definitely resistance. And if that doesn't hold, then this holds. Okay, so plan A, plan B. You can see the prices. I can see the prices. We all can see the prices. Good. Which pair is it? Euro yen. I was also complaining that I couldn't see my pairs I'm talking about. Well, euro yen. Entry at 17 is 75. Can talk. 1778. 100 pip stop loss would be above. I guess that's another entry. So here, stop loss here, stop loss here if it goes wrong. 14, so 1500 is a target. Thoughts on pound USD a la Modali? A la Hamoudi Mulilia? Sorry. Muhammad. I'm sorry. What can't I read? A la Mokhudal Lila. A la Murale. Sorry. Just break it up. Can we just call you Ala Hamud Lila? Ala Hamud Lila. Pound USD, just go back on this video. I've already done it twice, I think. Target is, what is it, 19? 119? Yeah, 114. 114 and a half. Target entry is 23, whatever, okay? You can see it here. Entry, stop loss, target, no target. Buyers, if you're a buyer, this is where you look to enter. New Zealand USD, yen, well, we're definitely going to look for sells only here. We're going back to this low of 60 only. Whatever happens this week, I'm going to look for anything that looks to me is bearish. Any break above 64.20 makes me uneasy. But for the week, we also have 24.50. So this one and this one, plan A and B, A and B. A, B, stop loss, always 100. Okay, 100. I'm sorry. Why are you guys giving me so hard names? I would call you Ali, Muhammad, or Ismail, or could you just do something normal? Lila is actually purple in Norwegian. Hamadu Lila. Fine. I'm done. Where's the Coke? Ugh, too much fun now. Yeah, okay, fine. Done. Entry, target, stop loss 100. Do it whatever you want. Now, what else? What else? Looking. Oscar says, but my point of view is mainly based on China reopening business, so would help Aussie and New Zealand. Oscar, very good fundamentally, very good. Clap for that. But also, TJ is really giving me a hard time now. Okay, fast forward. Aussie and New Zealand will strengthen when China comes back on, but it also weakening because of the global risk in the market, where Aussie and New Zealand is a risky asset to hold, gives interest but is risky, so they will take their money out of Aussie and New Zealand. But yeah, and also they are hit with the coronavirus themselves, so they're also shutting down. So domestically, they're also hurting. I just want to say that. Guys, that's my list of pairs you want to cover now. So we've done USD. I'm done with USD. I've done yens. I'm done with yens. I've done gold, silver, oil. I'm going through euro and pound, and then we are done. Okay? Then the summary of all those pairs will come. Maybe not. Pound, euro, pound. Why has nobody asked for euro pound? You always ask for euro pound. Why have nobody asked for it? So, what are we looking at here? Well, I really find this difficult, euro pound, because both of them are weak. Okay, weak and weak. But pound has been strong. So as fast as pound doesn't get strong anymore, this one rises. But is this a place to sell again? Definitely. So do we get a bullish run up to 90.70? If that happens, I'm going to say that's totally fine. Okay? But if you just continue lower, that's also totally fine. So to me, we are bearish, but if it breaks above, let me do that for you. If it breaks above, so it makes a low here, so maybe a new low, or it breaks above 88, 89, above here. So it does something like, oops. So it does something like this. Totally fine. And then shorting from here. I believe this low is too low to short, or the other thing happening is you can do a new low, then the pullback, okay? New low, then the pullback, then sell it from here. Cat is the one keeping an eye on big government stimulus, and after all, oil companies filing bankruptcy in the US. It's just one at the moment. Once the oil war is over, Canada is going to be a huge provider for oil for the US. Might be. But we have to go through the coronavirus now, and we have to get through. The demand has to pick up again. Well, it's not only that they have flooded the market, so there's so much oil, it's almost everywhere in all the tankers that's available. So supply makes price go down, but also demand is down. Okay? So supply is up, demand is down, which just makes the price go. So you're really talking about the future, Oscar. But I give you credit on that one. Pound. Euro pound is, for me, a bit difficult. It's still bearish. We can say that could be a potential bottom for a buyer. As a seller, I would love to sell at 91 instead. Okay? Are we all good on that? So 91. That's where should the seller's target be? No, seller's entry be. Down here, look for a reversal, some kind of that. Pound Aussie. Somebody wanted to short this one, and I don't really understand. This is a whole bunch of nonsense. Okay? This price here is up, so I would still continue to look for the up. But what do you want to see before it's down? You need a new low, pullback, then continuation. But here you have a lot of new lows, that didn't bear fruits. Really big red flag, okay? Can we give it a red flag, anyone? So, red flag, okay? This market is a red flag. But if you want if you want prices, and if you really want it to go down, I'm just technically looking at it. Nothing bad about you as a trader. I'm just saying technically, I would rather prefer Euro USD than this one. Then those are the two targets you have. Find your entry, use stop losses, but also the range we have been in is at 1,300 pips. Can we just call you Lila now? Hamdu Lila? Yeah, okay. Hamdu Lila. Do you trade live? I do trade live. I don't post my live trades. I think that's very personal. And I am 100% profitable. But yeah, I do that for myself. But also, I don't want it to be about me and my own trades, because I want you to have the knowledge to make your own trades. But yeah, I'm definitely. I also gave out 4 trades last week: sell Aussie USD, Euro USD, New Zealand USD, and Pound USD. Pound USD went to stop loss. Rest is now 600 pips in profit or whatever it is. You can look at it in my Discord channel if you want to, in the description below. Friday will be a TP day. Almost all banks are closed. I think we're closing on Wednesday, but anyways, that's that. So Pound Aussie, I know you look for shorts, but yeah, you need a new low pullback, then you can short it down to 97.90. Pound CAD, a better pair, but since CAD now went weak, we are definitely looking to a target of 78, more than 70. But no matter what, this looks a very good bearish setup, by the way. This is what you want as a seller. But now CAD went south and weak. This might go higher. Okay? Awesome, people. Great stuff. Awesome. Proof is in my Discord channel, by the way. Pound Swiss wasn't asked for, but definitely looking for this move down once pound just gets weak. Okay? And target is definitely down to 12. You heard it from me. Great stuff. Awesome. People, for those who is in the Discord in this live right now, okay? I want you to come after the video when I'm done. Write your feedback. What did you learn? That's what I do when I look through all those YouTube videos. I don't know how many YouTube videos I do a weekend, but give it 10. I write down in the comment section what my takeaways are and which pairs I agree with and don't, so I can go through my log, or history, or whatever you call it in English. Call it log and read. And see, okay, gone back a month, did I still agree with him? How did he do it? What did he do? So that I don't need to look again for all those 10 videos, which is normally 10 hours. I can save it by just writing comments, and I can find them later on. Pound New Zealand was also requested. Same thing, 1,000 pips range. Well, people, just look at that candle there. Okay, oh, I would have peed in my pants. This is what you come closer to crazy. I don't like crazy, Sebastian. We don't speak about crazy here. But that's 0 to 0, right? If you have 100 pips stop loss, but it moved 1,112 pips in a day or whatever it is, gosh, I would be so, like, it went from, wow. Okay, so yeah, definitely wow. How long was it? From this low back to the same low, 1 day specifically. Okay, 0 to 0. Now, what do you want to do now after that? Looking for consolidation. That looks to be going higher, by the way, people. I can't even do that. That looks to go higher. And then target is 12 to 12. And then if you want it to go lower, you need a new low, pull back, sell the resistance down to 203, 204, and use proper stop losses. And how far is that? Well, I guess 200 or 300 pips stop loss is what you need. If you have an account for that, good. That's awesome. And also, people, don't risk more than 1% per trade. Please. I really don't like you losing money. I don't want you to blow accounts. I want you to be alive, you know, so we can have fun. Because if you've blown your account, what fun is that? That's not fun. So don't risk more than 1%, so we can have fun. You already figured out the golden rule to create wealth in Forex. Let the winners run. Oscar, you're on fire today. Hit me up. You're amazing. Thank you. Your knowledge? Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for being here, by the way, and everything. So Euro was also requested. Euro CAD and Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie, I don't know where you want. What do you want? This is sideways, not going anywhere. CAD might be weak, but the Euro is also weak, so you want it to go higher? Okay, go higher then. What's the target? Target can be up here, target can be up here. For me, this is kind of, it's not nonsense trading. I'm sorry, I'm not used to that word, but this is not price action I want to see. Okay, that's not what I want to see. I want to see this. This is good. That's bad. That's okay. But this, because this is great. This move was so great. So not just trying to find an equilibrium. So I'm going to leave it. Euro CAD. Now Euro is weak. CAD is weak. So everything is weak now. But we can definitely say that this might be possible. CAD might be weaker than Euro. But this is definitely, if it was stronger, if CAD was getting stronger this week, that would be a perfect setup. But it just looks like this low here. Sorry, people. Sorry. This low here looks to be played off. And that's that for that lower move. What is your fav trade for this coming week? Thanks. Dave. Euro USD is my favorite trade for this coming week. Euro USD. Yeah. It's plain and simple. That's the pair that I understand the most. And USD is the one strongest at the moment. So that's what I want to play. And Euro New Zealand. And same thing. Okay, fine. I'm going to give you the targets. Fine. One and the one there and there. Okay? Good. Bad. Whatever. Do as you want. I'm not going to stop you, but you might need pull back before going higher. You might need pull back before going lower. Take that range as a range and trade it as a range, maybe. Trade it as a breakout and let the rest to the market. Okay, people. I want to go through and say thank you guys for joining me. I've appreciated, and we have been a lot of people today. We have been a record-breaking amount of people in one time in my lives, and I'm deeply humbled by it. We have been talking for long, I know, I'm sorry, but this is what I personally get a high from. This is the process. Helping you guys for free, but helping you guys, interacting with you guys, that's where I get my motivation to keep helping you. Because if nobody wants my help, why am I even here? So thank you for that. Then there is a Discord channel in the description below if you want my help during this week. Okay? So during this week, I will try to help. Now it's Easter. I didn't know it was Easter. Apparently it was Easter today. But anyways, Easter is coming this week. Fine. We're still going to trade as maybe not normal, but we'll try. I think we'll see more stronger move this week because I think it will close on Thursday and Friday or Friday. So that's that. I will go through a summary on USDs, and then I want to say that whoever has joined the Discord channel by tomorrow evening, that means you have to do it now. So by tomorrow evening, I will give 1 hour away to one of you who is in the Discord channel. Even those who's existing and those who's new, everyone will be allowed, and I will pick one. I've done this every week now for 3 weeks now, and it's actually worth $300. I'm not giving you $300, but that's the services that I would have paid, you should have paid for it. Okay, so what am I looking at? Aussie USD, selling at 60.61, down to 56.70, 80 in that area here. This is my direction, something like this. And if it doesn't happen, I would take a pullback and sell it again. Euro USD, something like this, from 190 to 106. Pound USD down to 14. Pound USD to 123 to 114.80. Pound yen, I haven't done, but we can still day that. 133.30 down to 125. Gold, I don't know. Pick and choose your team. If it's a sell, it's a sell. If it's below 1640, and if it's above 1640, it's a buy. And target is 1560 to 1540. So keep your sells if it goes down there. And if it's a buy, then it's a buy, then fine. USD CAD, we're looking to go higher. Ultimate goal is 150, which is up here. This is the ultimate goal. That was the wrong one. I'm trying to use this one. So 150 is the ultimate goal for this month. I think we're going to go higher this week. US oil is going down to 120 or below. I don't know where, but I'm thinking down to $20 a barrel. Either in a split second, or we're definitely going to open in a gap down. New Zealand USD, we are going down to 55. Entry at pullback, down to 55. USD Swiss, we're going up to 99 and upwards to 101 of the month. Any pullback, and I'm looking into 96.89. Maybe I'm going up. USD yen, I don't know. It's kind of in between. This plans, I've told you right now, it's my plans. It's not investment advice, and it's only for educational purposes. But also, it's where do you look at? This sounds amazing area to sell from. This sounds an amazing area to buy from. This sounds like an amazing area to buy from. And then we just make the market move, whatever it does, in accordance to how it wants to do it. Then we make plans, we are right or wrong. But how I get success is if I follow my plan, follow my patterns, my price action, my double top, my double bottom, goes out when I have set I need to go out of a trade, that's success. But if I get a trade that I chased price, it was just going down, 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 and I sold and I got profit, that's not success, that's wrong. Thank you guys for joining me. I much appreciate it. Much truly, Ivan Biral, Forex trader, economist. I have a master's degree. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Thank you. And remember, people, comment on this video after I'm done. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Stay safe. Do not risk money you can afford to lose. Don't risk more than 1%.